So a little quick history. Toby and I, when we attended the SEMA show quite some years ago.
6 years.
6 years ago, we were walking around and we thought, wouldn't it be neat if some of these tools we could share with people that actually did what they said it did and maybe help shop owners do a better job. So we started purchasing things and trying it, and some weren't so good and some were really good. And so we started doing this together, and it turned out to be pretty popular. So this is another continuance of it. But what happened different this year, Toby and I used to walk the show floors, just him and I, but we got our educational committee involved, and Amber and a number of others, Paul, they helped us walk the show because it's just so big, and everybody gave us input, and then we all voted and selected like the top 10 or top 12 to feature. So that's what we're doing this year.
Again, I'd like to follow up with, we don't get paid for this. Most of the stuff that you see up there, we've purchased or has been loaned to us. We wanted to be as independent as we could with it. So we'll get started. I have a sanding block. This is from Time Shaver. What's unique about the sanding block is that it comes in 4 colors. You can put 4 pieces of sandpaper on it. The way they've designed it is you just take a sheet of paper in it, and you can take a full sheet of sandpaper, you get 4 sheets and put it on there, and all of the components are stainless steel, so it's not going to rust on you. Oops, wrong one. I want to fix that one. And it's ready to rock. So you put all 4 sheets on. If it's wet, you put it in the water, it won't rust on you. And next, when you take it out, you can mark them what they are, and it'll save you a hell of a lot of time. And the ergonomics on it, when you get a chance, come up and feel them. They're phenomenal. And again, these are available through Time Saver.
This is a product that came out. EverCoat came out with a primer that has a built-in guide coat. So we, put it to the test. We have some panels here. I guess when if you guys are in the industry, what happens a lot in our paint department is we primer a product, and then when we go to do the sanding, whether it be dry or wet, a guide coat is usually a contradicting color so that whoever's prepping the panel can see any issues, whether it be sanding marks or dents missed. It's another process that has to be added, whether you spray it or they have some powder now. This is an all-in-one. So basically what EverCoat did was somehow figure out how to put the guide coat in the primers, and after it dried, it would turn a little bit different color. So, I did some samples, and in the blocking process, you can see we put a couple of dents in this panel, and you can actually see where the low spots are now, with one shot. So we thought that was a pretty neat deal that someone came out with that.
You should understand something. Your traditional drying time is a lot longer with this product.
Well, it could be heated just like all primers,
yeah.
But it is a 2-part primer and does an amazing job filling. Spray's good.
Spray.
Yeah.
Can it be rolled? Yes, be rolled.
Yep. This is a neat thing we saw. I was walking through the SEMA show, and Reliable Auto Equipment had this thing on a panel, and they just like anything new, just like magnet, right? So I wound up buying one of these things, and basically what it is, it's a cutter, and you can adjust the cutting depth is what makes it so nice. And it comes You can buy 3 or 4 different type of cutting blades. You have aluminum, steel, composite, and basically you can adjust the depth of the gauge of the trim. And I did a sample for you and why it works so good. A lot of times when you're trimming like a quarter panel, you're replacing a panel, it usually has sometimes a gusset or another panel below it. So by adjusting the depth of this cutter, you can actually just cut the outer skin and leave the bottom untouched. And we did a couple of little samples here. It shows you how fine a cut you can make. I'll just pass this around, you guys can look at it, but it's actually just another arsenal that you can put in your toolbox and makes your life a lot easier.
You know, a video of, since we didn't have the air with us, so Dave Gresses was kind enough to give me a video to show you how it works.
Hey, this is Mike V from Reliable Automotive Equipment. We're here at SEMA 2019. We're handling some high quality tools for the collision industry, and I'd like to introduce one of the cool tools that we have, just came out at the show this week. This is the new MEC 600 from Weilander and Schill out of Germany. This is a carbide cutting tool tip to cut hem flanges off of door skins, quarter panels. It also has a adjustable depth cutter for cutting across the quarter panels for when you're cutting them off, to keep you from going into the reinforcements that are in the structure. You can get any of these products from our company, which is raeservice.com. We have an online store, or you can call Billy at the shop at 732-495-7900.
The nice part about it is that when you use this tool, working in small areas, it doesn't destroy anything behind it. And taking off a quarter panel, it's just a breeze. I've tried it, and it is, from the traditional way, it's just so much faster and easier.
Yeah, you don't have the sparks flying everywhere.
And there's less damage to adjacent panels that you have to repair.
Can we ask a question?
Sure.
The clippings or the trimmings from that, I know that when I use the little nipper tools or other things, those I mean,
You'll have that also.
But they're real fine.
Yeah.
so like shavings?
Yes. Yeah. They clean up real nice. But again, like I said, you know, when you're especially using, it will have a tendency when you use saws and cutoff wheels to warp the adjacent panels if they're not secured down. This eliminates that problem. Okay, very good.
Oh, this is kind of cool. So, you know, a lot of us in the industry, we sub our glass out. We've been trying to keep it all in-house, and sometimes we pay the price. A technician comes in not knowing what they're doing. They break the glass or break a molding or chip the paint. So I'm always on the lookout for new products that make our job look, you know, a lot better. I have a cabinet full of every type of tool. Well, this one was unique. They call it the Quartermaster, and basically has a suction cup, and you just walk up to whatever quarter pan you want to take apart, and it has, you know, a braided line that you can feed through the chrome like you do like many other type of rope operated removal tools. What's different about this one is it comes with a torque wrench, and what you can do is set the amount of tension as you crank on the rope so that it just cuts the urethane. And we've been actually really fortunate to save some of the clips. So what we do is we've been experimenting with it. It wasn't really advertised when I bought the product, but because you can rotate this either way and have pressure cut in or out, we can unravel it after we do the top cut, come back and do the bottom cut, lift the glass out and pop the clip. And so we've been really successful because, you know, even though the clip can be, and the glass can be reinstalled, it's nice having that locating, you know, process so that you're doing the least amount of damage. So I thought that was worthy of a new tool.
How many of you guys have go into a shop and you see a nitrogen welder and the tank is off it and they're just sitting there over in the corner? And you say, well, how come you're not using the piece of equipment? Well, we don't have a bottle, we forgot to order it, and it just sits there over and over again. Dead Fix came out with a product, replaces your bottle on the nitrogen welder, makes its own nitrogen for your nitrogen welder. Also, you can drive your air tools off of it, or you have another outlet for filling up tires with it.
And you could use that for any
Wherever there's nitrogen needed, you just, and it was designed that it would sit on the back of any of the carts. So it's a nice feature. Again, this is available through DentFix.
Now, Toby, we have like nitrogen for some customers that
Right.
want their tires filled with nitrogen.
can
Will
use-
that
oh,
fill
yes.
that big bottle too,
It'll
right?
120 pounds.
Yeah, good.
Nice piece of equipment.
What kind of CFM does that generate?
I'm sorry?
How many cubic feet per minute? Like, will it just do a tire swap?
You should know this time.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'll check and find out for you.
You can fill a tire and it doesn't have.
It takes you about 3 or 4 days to fill up a tire, but that's okay. Sorry, Tim, but yeah, I was told that it has 120 pounds of pressure, and it will fill up a tire. Again, this is a piece of equipment that I was walking through it, and I just happened to stop and look at it. This is a Canadian company. I'm a big fan of doing things up front. This is another alternative that allows you to do a diagnostic before you write your sheet, and it gives you three-dimensionally damage. You can do it anywhere in the shop. You can do it outside, as long as the receiver can get a signal. So a little video on this.
My name is Armin Gerastan, and I'm the president and owner of Arzon Automotive Canada Limited. We're a 40-year-old company going on 41st year in business. I've always been in the PB industry. We manufacture a lot of products. However, during the last 2 years, we embarked on the project to develop and bring to market a very, very novel 3D measuring system. Throughout the years, I've seen the different systems on the market. We've used them. We know the systems available. We brought this one because my whole objective was to make life easy for the guys at the body shop level. So we built something that's simple and stupid. And I mean it, simple and stupid. All you need to do is look at the schematic, the Mitchell chart, which is in the computer. You punch in the name, model, year of the car. The chart comes up, it gives you all the reference points on the chassis that you can choose to measure. Then we take this gizmo, which is an infrared signal emitter. You go and you touch all these points, reference points, and that's it. You're finished with your measuring. You come back to your computer, you click calculate, within 3 seconds you get your 3D report. A lot of people, they don't understand how it's done. It's very complicated software. There is no calibrations, there are no lasers, no extensions. There's absolutely no hardware. This is the hardware. That's all I have. We have maybe 2 or 3 little extensions that we can put on for very difficult to reach corners or areas on the vehicle. The car does not have to be flat. It can be on any surface. For all I care, the car can be on its side, it can be upside down, it could be in a rotisserie, and we can still measure it in 3D. And that's the beauty of it. A job that would normally take, most manufacturers, you have to set things up. Takes half an hour, 15 minutes, 45 minutes, depending on the collision. Here, there's no setup time. No setup time. I'm repeating myself. You put the receiver, which is this, it's an infrared receiver in front of the car. You got your infrared transmitter. You look at your reference points and you click, click, click. You got your 3D report. This can be done outside. This can be done indoors, on a lift, on the floor, anywhere. So you don't have your bench if you don't have to. Very quick estimates, very quick pre and post reports. You can save the reports in PDF format. You can email it to the insurance company. You can print it in 4 color. And of course, we can give a full demonstration before you buy it. you see the product. We have tremendous backup in the sense that after we sell the product, we train you. But suppose 6 months after, you got a car you can figure out, and you got questions, you call our 800 numbers, support desk. We have TeamViewer in the software. So over the phone, through TeamViewer, we take control of your computer and we take control of the camera, and we see exactly what you're doing in your shop. So we assist you. We have over 180 systems sold in Canada in 18 months. And I'm talking MSOs, the car stars, and we've had boards, and we've had different banners. They've bought it. Out of the 180 shops in 18 months, perhaps we had 4 calls for assistance. It's that simple to use. I made it simple and stupid so that you guys, the technicians at the shop level, use my product. If you're not going to use my product, I don't want you to buy it. I don't want you to invest your hard-earned cash, buy my product, and put it in the corner. And you guys know what I mean, because there's a lot of that happening. The payback on this piece of equipment is extremely quick, extremely fast. It takes you 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes, to do the upper body on a Toyota. The whole car, blueprinting, under 10 minutes. Why? Because there is no attachments, there's no setups. We're sending an infrared signal to the receptor. The receptor is sending that signal to the computer. It's doing its high math, and it's extremely high math, and it's giving you the result. We're the manufacturer in Montreal, Canada. We got a website, archivision3d.com. There's even a small video that you can view. Plus, we have agents in the US that have started to sell the product for us. We got some equipment distributors that are selling the product. Just give us a call and we'll direct you.
So this is one of the wrenches I picked up. Once you feel this thing, you'll see the quality it is. And typical crescent wrench, they move all over the place. Once this locks on, you can't move it. It's got a scale of inches and also metric.
Hi, my name is Stephen Tuck. I'm the president and owner of AngloAmerican Tools. We're a small family business. We've been in business for 46 years, representing some of Europe's leading hand tool manufacturers. All of them are high quality, high performance tools. And as you can see, many, many brands that we offer over the years. Currently, we've been at Apex for 25 years, and now we've been at SEMA for about 5 years. We have a broad selection of hand tools for the automotive mechanic, technician, and all kinds of different applications, including body repair, collision repair, things like that. Some of the product lines that we offer are, for example, the Nipex pliers, the grip-on pliers and clamps, which are great for body repair, such as some aluminum tools. We also have the Hazet range from Germany, which is a very, very broad range of different tools for all kinds of applications, including tool trolleys, torque wrenches, and all kinds of products. Many of our products are sold to the major mobile jobbers, such as Snap-on, Mac, Matco, and Cornwell tools. In addition, some of the brick and mortars like AutoZone, Advance, CarQuest, they are in the process of having access to some of our tools. In addition, they're also available through some industrial places like Grainger and McMaster Car, in addition to the automotive customers that we sell to. So basically, with our tools that we offer, we pride ourselves in high performance and quality tools. Many of them are ergonomic, many of them are problem solving, and also time saving tools. For example, the Nest thread repair tools saves a mechanic a ton of time when it comes to repairing damaged threads, both internal and external. In addition, some of the tools that Hazet offer are specific for specific vehicles, such as Mercedes, BMW, Audi, Porsche, and Volkswagen. We have a broad range of different items, such as hammers and chisels and wrenches and pliers and things like that, and some specialty tools like screw extractors that are very unique and very in demand by the automotive mechanic and technician today.
And let me just show you, this is what is the most interesting part of this whole tool. It's serrated on the inside, Now, take a crescent wrench. Go ahead, tighten it. Go ahead. Go the other way. Let's go the other way then.
It's right-hand driving.
Hold on. Hold on.
Lefty looses right.
Hold on. So, as you can see, they really grip. There was another pair, thank you. We had another pair here. Again, after we're finished, you come out and take a look at it. The jaws are shaved down and they're extremely hard. So let's say you had to put two nuts, tighten down two nuts. Well, it's hard to get a big wrench under there. This will solve the problem, or if it's a real tight area. So again, they also have one in a smaller size that you can flip over to a crescent, to a pipe wrench. What happened to our thing? Okay. I'm going to show you a video, but let's go ahead and talk about it. You want to talk and show the video first?
Show the video. And I can talk with it.
My name's Tom Horvath, and I am the owner of Clear Coat Solutions, CSI. We manufacture car care products, and one of the differences between us and everything else is one single product that does everything for color sanding and polishing of cars, and we guarantee the results. They're available all over the country through distribution. They're also available online. But we want to support the paint stores all over the country. All the other people that are here in the show are going to use 1,500 or 2,000, so we wanted to do something really extreme. 600 grit on an acrylic urethane paint job, taking out the scratches with one single product and then finishing it with a foam pad. So that's what we're going to do. This would be a hard demo for any compound to do. Very, very hard. And very dangerous for a normal paint, but this has a lot of paint on it. So this is the product. You apply the product to the pad. Switch to the foam pad. Everything's got a centering ring on it. Same exact product. The product is water-based, so the cleanup is very, very easy. When you touch it with water, it turns into soap and comes right off the surface. So cleanup is super, super easy. We make 5 basic products for the industry, and we say that's all you need. The motto is keep it simple. This is our product that takes the place of all compound and polish. Then we have a quick detailer. Works on every surface on the car, interior and exterior. We then have a water-based wax. Can be applied in direct sun. Comes off really easy. We have a non-slinging tire dressing that are every product we make is body shop safe. And for the show car stuff, if you wanted to enhance that finish to even better finish, we make a quick detail, a polish enhancer to bring up the finish to even better finish. But the finish is always perfect, and we guarantee those results every single time.
So this product, I have to admit, Tom Horvath is in the room. I've known Tom 20 years, maybe more. And Tom's always, been on the cutting edge of making compounds and polishes and stuff like that. And I just happened to run into him. And he says, hey, I got another product that, every time he reformulates, it gets better. And we saw him at SEMA, and he told us, hey, I got a product that, you can take 600 sandpaper and use our product, and it'll come out just like you saw in the video. So we put it to test, and there's a situation that always develops. We have the same color sand polishing technician probably for 18, 19 years. And like a lot of times, they don't want to accept new change. They're just happy with what they had. But we were using 3 products, different pads, and it was just a nightmare of bartending things to achieve the same finish. So what happened was Tom would come in and work with him, and we could see the results. And instead of starting with 600, we went down even further. We went down to 1,500 to 2,000, and it worked even better. 600 was just an example of how much it could do. So the test was, one day he called in sick. His wife was, or his wife was in the hospital or something, and he couldn't come in, and we were desperate. And we have an apprentice that we allow just to do bumpers and small things. And I said, Tom, I need your help. I got this new guy. Can you come in and show him how to use this product? And he came in and he did like 3 cars using this process. Now keep in mind, it was like riding a unicycle. If you never rode a bicycle before, you can ride a unicycle. He just knocked it out of the park. And so that was a testimony that if you follow the directions and you use the product properly without bringing in, old techniques, it does work. So I want to share with you, if you do try it and your detailer comes back and says, hey, I don't like this stuff, they have to focus. Like a classic example is my guy would use wool pad because he wanted that immediate shine. Then he'd spend the rest of the day trying to get the wool marks out. Whereas this, he could start with a foam pad. It would take longer to get the finish and the shine, but less work on the finish end, and then getting the compound out of the edges and things like that. And it was only 1 bottle he had to worry about. So that's just a testimony from my shop that if you guys do try it, don't take it at first hand if your detailer comes back and says, I really don't like it. They really need to have the proper instructions because it does work.
Kai, how is the sling on that? How is the sling in the jams? Does it come out easy?
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing stuff.
Well, you can see just with the micro towel, it comes right out.
Cleans right up.
Yeah, because a lot of times, as you know, if they go to lunch and come back, they spend the rest of the day getting the compound out. Something about compound and water becomes
a mess.
Yeah.
Again, think about this. It's 1 product instead of 2, 3 products. Less cleanup time. There's, they say 30%. I put it into a shop, and he's seeing actually a 40% reduction in time and materials. Again, guys, the big boys are out there. Here's a little guy who comes up with a product that does it all in 1 step. I mean, 1 product does everything that you need. If you're so inclined, you can use a wool pad, but he also sells, you can get everything from 1 source. He has a special pad made for his product, but you can use any pad, right, Tom? Yep. This is more, he designed this for his own product, and same with the wool pad, but he can also use foam pad and foam pad, one for cutting and the other for polishing.
Yeah.
Great system.
He also has a product for industrial too, right? For boats and heavy industrial. Yeah. Good stuff.
Keith. The next product, ladies and gentlemen, it's a aluminum box. It uses heat to take out dents. When I saw it, we had to use it. Keith Egan, this is their national sales director. He's going to demo it for you real quick. What I want you to do is pay attention. I'll get it. To the light here, ladies and gentlemen. Oops.
You guys want to walk up and see?
Come over. It's really cool to see how this works. If you haven't seen the hot box and how it works, it's worth the time to see it.
Come on.
Don't be
We
shy.
won't bite, I promise.
Don't be shy.
Come on. This is something new. We've never done this before. Come on over and watch it.
Okay, so what we've done is we've set up a couple beds. Toby and I, we met this morning, we spent a few minutes together. We put a couple dents in the panel. So what we're going to do is just walk through. This is aluminum. One of the things that we lead from the training. So when we promote something, it's always through a training process.
Hey, good to see you.
We don't ask you to buy our equipment first and then get training. We offer training right up front. So where this would be positioned for you guys is in the small diameter segment, and then we would use it for reducing severity in aluminum panels. So if you have a 5-hour dent in the door, we could reduce it down in a couple minutes and get you pushing to paint faster.
No more time.
Off we go. That's all we have.
No,
So what we're going to do is we're just going to walk through and pull a couple of these dents quickly. So I'm going to overpull it. So what you're going to see is you're going to see it is high. Because aluminum doesn't have a memory, I need to overpull it, allow it to cool, and then settle back down.
Now watch the lines.
Yeah, catch it in the lines. So
Hit it with a big hammer.
that's how we did this. Yep. So I burnt that one, to give you an idea. And now there's this one. Same dent, opposite side of the hood. And now all we would do is let it cool, settle back out, and then re-pull.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, this is just it's not going to take out all your heavy dents, but it will reduce the amount of time necessary to take out all the dents that you're using. And some of it might be a PDR type dent that you can't take out right away. So again, it's not a one fix for all. It's just another tool we're going to add to your toolbox for aluminum repair. You get yourself you need a.
Yeah, we need a volunteer. Amber?
You need a volunteer. Anybody.
Whatever. Go ahead. Feel this.
We always think safety first.
Put these gloves on. You want to put that stuff on? You want to put that stuff on?
I will in a second. Let her get all ready to go.
Oh my.
So this here company makes a material called a heat sink. I want to show you how it works. Hold that for me. We take a lot of precautions around here. You don't need this crap. I'm going to hold it right here, ladies and gentlemen. Blame me. Put the water on. I can sit there and hold this, and be honest with you, ladies, I'm having a little trouble with this. I can put my hand right underneath there. Now, think of this in the body shop. Putting on a quarter panel,
He just wanted.
or any areas. You got it working?
No, shutting it off.
So again, when you the nice part about it, when you're finished with it, goes right back in here.
I work for aluminum and steel, right?
Anything. So again, this is from Solder Weld. That's available on Amazon. Great material. Oh, okay. How many of you guys work in the shop and can I grab all the tools? And you got a screw and it's stripped out. What do? Throw it away. This is from Vampire Tools. They have a special tool that comes in here, even though that the head was all stripped out. They make a pair of pliers that have serrations on the inside. You can just turn it out with that. But that's not the most amazing one. There's a screw in here. You can grips it and takes it out. How about a head? Have you ever tried to use a pair of pliers on a screw that's flush? Yes, Jake?
I bought those last year
Yeah?
at SEMA, and I personally removed 18 head studs out of the block.
I'm sorry?
I removed 18 head studs out of the block
Wow. Really?
with those. So those things are amazing.
These pliers, guys, it will grab any screw that you can come up and takes them right out. And they're available at Vampire Tool on the internet. Inexpensive. Should have all these in your toolbox if you're doing any type of repairs. Instead of trying to get those screws out, these take them right out. Again, afterwards, come up and play with the tools. This is also from Solder Weld. It's a welding blanket that has magnets in it. So for any steel type car, you can just put it right there. It won't work on aluminum.
This is kind of a neat product. We had DFS out before when they made this dolly. I saw that they had this little tram bar, and what's nice about it is a lot of times if you have 4 of these or you're trying to move a car that's disabled, you're always worried, like if you have a crease in your building from asphalt to concrete or just entering your shop, you know, are those dollies slipping out. So now they basically have a bracket that bolts in that you can connect both these together. And obviously they're adjustable. So basically, it's a lot safer to move a car that's disabled now. So I thought that was kind of neat. You can put them sideways, lengthwise. Pretty good idea.
From DFS Fabrication. Makes it a lot easier when you're there to, on DFS, put in DFS Fabrication, it goes right to the website.
This actually we thought was pretty slick for like reaching up on your windshield, getting down below. It did a pretty good job, didn't leave any streaks, and with the shape of it and stuff, you can get down in the corners. It actually was a pretty handy tool.
Yeah, a lot of times, you know, during the repair process, you get some dirt inside the interior and it goes down the front windshield between the dash, and you just can't get in there. So this thing has that little corner and just wipes it out. It comes with a couple other different little
For various applications, yeah.
Yeah, so pretty good stuff.
Yeah, available on Amazon. Amber, this is yours. Your paint suit. Come on.
No, they don't have one out yet.
Oh, but they will. Oh, they
Yeah,
will.
I think next month. So the SADA has finally released a paint suit that is made for women, and it fits different than the big baggy that women require. It has like the fitted hips and whatnot. So I was pretty excited to see it. It was displayed in the booth, but unfortunately I would have had one on for you all, but it's not released yet for purchase.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot more ladies coming into the industry as painters and things like that, which is exciting. It's nice that somebody recognized it to get the proper safety equipment out.
Great, thank you. Keiko Taos, again, we showed this as a cool tool last year. I have the president and owner of Keiko Taos, Chris White, came out with a tool, well, more than one, And there's a premier company when it comes to pulling using adhesives. They're constantly coming up with new products. This one here takes out creases. It's hard to see it, but when you finish, you come out of here. I want you to see how strong this tool is. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, so we just have a 10 millimeter surface there, and it's 6 inches long. Get a little bit more wide here. You can see what it's doing to this aluminum hood. Basically, you can create a body line with these type of tabs. That common dent in like a quarter panel or something where somebody backs out into a sharp edge of a garbage can or something like that. There was no tool that could fix that with paintless dent repair. And so we came out with this shape of a tab with the narrow spine that allows it to pull a very sharp peak. So basically, the great thing about all of our tools is that there's no damage to the back side of the panel, no damage to the front side of the panel until you're ready. When you pull most of your damage out, now what damage you have left, small, if you're ready for filler, now remove a little bit of paint. But don't remove, we're not damaging the front side, we're not damaging the back side until we're almost complete.
It's a great tool. When is your engineers going to tell us how to take the thing off?
Okay, well.
You're going to have to go out with that thing on the car?
It's absolutely very easy. It's the glue is soluble in isopropyl alcohol. So all you have to do is, and it's easy with these type of tabs over on the edge, even though you saw how strong it was over on the edge, heals off a little easier. So we'll hit it with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. And you have different types of glue sticks, right? Different types of strengths. Right? Yes.
He just brought this out. Gene Lopez saw it here, was amazed how light this is for pulling. For the small little tabs that you put on. For you guys who like the gear heads, you can now attach it with a battery-powered drill to pull it out. Not out yet, but it's coming real soon.
This one is, but that one's a prototype.
It's just, I thought I'd show it to you. Thanks, Chris, appreciate it.
Yep, thank you.
And the last one, Aaron did a phenomenal job of explaining to us a little history of this thing. It started back in the year 2000 with March Taylor and myself arguing about who had more non-included items. And it got heated discussions, and we put it together, and we had approximately 500 items. And then when March had passed, the thing sort of died until Barry Dorn took it and said, hey, I'm going to revise this. I said, be my guest. He got together with Aaron, and these two put together with the help of some other people, and over the years, we had 1,200 non-included items on the website. 1,200. And you go into the shops and how many non-included items do you have? Well, I'm really good, I got 40. Well, they took it to the next level. It is now you can do it electronically. And I would tell all of you, if you write sheets, you need to have this information. This is stuff that we do on a daily basis to fix these cars. We need to get compensated for them. And these are all not included. And now, like I said, I get my hats off to these two gentlemen and their team for putting this out. Again, thank you.
You're welcome. Can I just make a comment towards it?
You make all the comments you want.
And I'm going to stand next to you just so that we can capture this. But it was obviously a large team that worked on the development of this, and there was a lot of folks who gave input, and time and energy to making sure that it served the needs that they would have in their own facilities and served the needs of the feedback that we got from our members. But I think a couple things that are important about its use case, is it's not just about compensation, it's about building consistency within your business. So if you have more than one estimator, making sure that those estimators are performing similarly up to the expectation of what you have as a business and what you're performing in the back end of your business. I think in addition, if you have multiple facilities, making sure that you build consistency between those facilities, and if you're looking to build up your estimator base, we found that there's a great use case for it as an education tool to take somebody who may not be proficient in writing estimates and teach them not only your processes and protocols in establishing the procedures that are being done in the back, but helping them to learn how to write a proper estimate that they may not otherwise have the understanding of. So there's a lot of different ways to use it, but you can audit your own estimates in-house. You could also take estimates that are dropped out front and use it as a mechanism to audit them against your own rules that you've created as far as what you expect on your sheets and what you know is being performed in the repair process. So I think there's a lot of different ways that it can be used to help benefit the collision repairer. So, and thank you for the kind words.
No, great job. Any questions? Kai, where are you? That concludes our little presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. We try our best. Thank you.